Good evening and welcome back to the Mancunian Way. My name is Martin. I'm your host. Your channel, your way. Let's go. Couple of things before we open the lines in about 5 minutes. So we'll get the lines open. I want to address a couple of things. I did put a post out on the community post yesterday. Wasn't a quit, wasn't or anything like that. I know some took it the wrong way, so I had to slightly edit it. I'm not quitting, not doing any of that. There will be a few changes to the channel moving forward. New panel shows, new shows that I will break tomorrow night. People coming into the show as well, which I will introduce tomorrow night as well, will be becoming more of a permanent fixture. We've been in negotiations for the last 2 days. We got it over the line today. We got the signature. He is joining, or they are joining, the Mancunian Way. The other thing is as well, got some transfer updates, but the big thing is this evening is we're gonna have a chat, but I'm not quitting. I'm very tired. I apologize if I've been a bit snitchy and a bit argumentative lately. I'm very tired. I'm very drained. I'm very burnt out. This season has taken a toll on every single person. And what has saddened me is, instead of being opinions, I agree, you agree, we don't agree, we disagree. Fine, we move on. It's turning into world wars. People are calling each other names. People have got this idea I don't allow opinions. I do. I just don't have to agree with your opinions. If I accept mediocrity, let me accept mediocrity. That's me. If somebody else wants to dream about winning 25 league titles in a row, let them dream about 25 league titles in a row. That's up to them. Just let people support how they want to support. Whether you are young, old, abroad, local, we are all Blues. And that's what it is. I'll give you an update on the ticket situation as well this evening. Some are okay with it. Some think it's not enough. So, yeah, we've got loads to discuss. We'll talk about more, obviously, tomorrow with the panel. But tonight, it's just me and you guys. We'll open the line as well. LB Ray, thank you. I keep wanting to call you Ocean, but you know what I mean. BB, good evening, mate. How are you? Hello to everyone, by the way. I put loads of comments up. You're all amazing. Smash that thumbs up, by the way. It really does help your channel grow. Really enjoy watching. I haven't watched it. I'm kind of having a break from the football at the minute. Having a break from Twitter, etc., which is why Twitter Spaces are now officially on hold, and they will not be coming back. The reason I kept bringing it back is so many people DM begging me to do it. They are on hold till minimum May time. I'm having a break from them. They're too toxic at the minute, and it's just everyone shouting over each other, and no one ever gets a point across. Martin, we be quick. We got visitors. Yeah, everyone. By the way, big up LB for the raid earlier on as well. Appreciate that. That Douglas young talent, but you can't have Echeverri. That's so nice. I don't understand what you mean with can't have Echeverri. Massive difference. Echeverri's got about 5 players in front of him. Toxin. More pressure on Villa. Yeah. Can't believe Tommy said Rodgers. Didn't quite say that, Cade. I know that's how it's been come across, but didn't quite say that. Losing Mbappe and get better. Well, the more of a team now, Blue Out. Good evening, mate. That's Cap. What's Cap? I also have, yeah, that was me. I will go through all the transfer updates. Big up, Toxin. Love to see Mbappe's face in the PSG. Exactly. Hi, Staff. By the way, at DC, I have got a very special message for you tonight that I will put out, so I hope you well. Big up, by the way, to SOS for renewing his membership for the 23rd month. You are a legend, sir. And Shedders has renewed for 11th month, coming up to his 1-year anniversary. We love that. You are both legends, and you know what that means.
More than you believe. More than you believe, I'm happy.
Yeah, totally with you, DC. And I do need to thank you. I will go into it later. So please remind me, because I did get your email and I have replied. Lee Gates, thank you very much for your very kind $4.99, mate. As ever, love your support. It's amazing. Hope you all, Martin. Looking forward to the show. I am. Hope you are well as well. Hi, Miller. Yeah, Cheat Mill Blues. Big up yourselves. Hey up, Mario. Let's hope PSG can beat Arsenal, says Yusuf. Why are you ruling Real Madrid out? I'm just saying, I'm sorry for the trouble, DC. Anything just to make the new signings want more. We need to find the hunger again, and we will with some of the news I'm hearing tonight. It's a shame we're not in the UCL this week involved in games, but it's something to aim for next season. Let's get the hunger back. Listen, you got to take a step forward, to take 2 steps to. Sometimes you got to take a step back, 2 forward. Thank you. I hope you do. The tune is going to change. The intro will change. Good evening, Pardo Oaks. How are you, my friend? Hope you're well. Hello, Leon. Big up, Dash. Lee Johnson is with us. Millie is with us. Loads of Ed is with us. I'm sure Ed will be coming on. I will be taking a break this weekend, mate. There'll be no shows this weekend. I'm away, and then I'm fully away in May. Yeah, say hello to each other in the chat. Let's be nice. John Grogan. Katie's with us. Luke, there you go. We're going to talk about that as well tonight. So, how are you, mate? Seems like it's for the next season. Yes. Do I open? Yes, you do need to open your camera to join. You do need to be on camera to join the calling shows, I'm afraid, just so we can clarify ages and things like that. Because you've got to be over 16 or over 18, ideally, because I'm not getting into trouble. My job is not worth it. Hi, Martin. Got scan results yesterday. All clear. Few minor radiotherapy. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing, mate. Big up, Fogger. Big up, Fogger. Foggy in the chat. Give him a lot of love. Seriously. Big up, Foggy. You've just made my day, mate. And I hope the last few results come into you, mate. You are absolutely spot on. Exactly. Just support how you want to support. And let others support how they want to support. Good. Cheers, mate. Obviously, you lad. LB Raid. PSG tonight gave me Man City peak vibes. Well, listen, that's where we'll get back to. Yes, there was positive talks, but it's still down to him. Yeah, big up, Fog. Everyone's showing you a lot of love here. They say you don't allow opinions. In truth, they're opinionators. If their opinion's always right and the most popular, there you go. Apparently, I don't allow opinions. Good evening, Harry. How are you, mates? Great news, Foggy. Fab said Bayern will exert all efforts. Yes, they will. Remember, Manchester City will do. I'm coming to it. I'm going to do the transfer news before I come to opening the lines. I've seen he's relegated 5 times. Season hasn't been too bad. A lot stressful than a title running. Yeah, it actually has been more stressful this year than a title running, weirdly enough. Seeing how so last night, PSG made me miss my teams. Listen, it's 1 year, BB. 1 year. We'll be back. No, appreciate that, Stay. And by the way, thank you so much for the lovely messages. It really has. I was in nearly crying yesterday. The amount of love, tears. It was amazing. Big up, by the way, for Fogger. Listen, we'll get there. Don't worry. Well, that happy bar man will get a lot of presents in the summer. Well, Dash, stop it. You're giving away the trade secrets. Martin, if being professionally honest is a crime, you are guilty. Exactly. Whoa, I'm guilty. Guilty as charged. Lock me up. No, don't put me in handcuffs. That's not a good look. Shedders, thank you very much for the £5 as well, mate. Keep up the great work, man. All the best. All the best to you. And DC, thank you. I'm not going to announce it on air, but you are a superstar. You did not need to do that. Let me know when you are over in Manchester, because I'm going to take you for a drink. Not like in a date, but whoa, we'll meet up. A few of us. I'll buy you a drink as a massive thank you. You are a star, DC. I'm not going to do it, but you know yourself. You didn't have to do that. Really didn't, but I did respond back to you, so I've told you my thoughts on it in the reply. Yes, Dash Mesh, how are you, mate? Yeah, look, this is amazing. The love that's going out to Foggy tonight is amazing. Now, keep it, Martin. Keep what? What's on tonight's agenda? But a transfer news, and we're going to do a talking fan calling, mate. Hey, listen, whatever you haven't got makes you stronger. Loads of it tonight, Steve. Loads of it. And today we're Bruno Links, yeah. You know what, Foggy? You deserve it, mate. And you know what? I've told you, I need to get in contact with you because you've got a big prize coming your way just from me. I never won at the channel. I can confirm I'm 19. Yeah, you wish. Big up, Foggy. You had a hard paper round then. Congrats, Foggy. Come on, Foggy. I'm loving this. Love Foggy. Big up, Foggy. You've got to eliminate the negative. Yeah, you have to. W Foggy. Look at this. Foggy, mate. Look at it. The love you are getting here, mate. You deserve it. Absolutely deserve it. Martin, I don't think you rate Berts, man. Who said? Who said I don't rate Berts? See, now you're making stuff up, Man City fan. Can't lie, I'm worried that the reports about Gibbs right and the rest of me, we lost out on Berts. It is what it is, though. Berts is not. People got to realise, people think you can hog tie a player and bring them over. Luis Enrique should be the manager squad to Pep. No, we're not doing the Pep stuff tonight. You said stop trying to, hijack it, mate. You sort your own club out. Shouldn't you be off celebrating? Come on, you're about to win a title, Yusuf. Come on now. Forget, yeah, Martin needs to see PSG full of proper ballers. Not all. I've seen PSG, mate, but we're not PSG. If I wanted to be PSG, mate, I'd go support PSG, wouldn't I? I think the pressure of being in 115, yeah, it is. People don't realise the toll that's taken this year. Yes, loads of new updates, mate. Thank you all on this channel and support from community. Kept me going. No, mate, you deserve it. Absolutely deserve it. Absolutely. Right. Right, let's get into it. I'm going to give you the news. There's loads of comments in, and you're all amazing. Look at you. Foggy again. Big up Martin in chat. Is Pep getting a new woman in the summer? Maybe. My other half would like that. There's only one Mark Fogg. There's only one Mark Foggy. One Mark Foggy. PSG versus Barcelona final. Proper baller energy. Oh, you really know Arsenal? Mario, mate, long time. How's it going? Great to hear. Keep the fighting. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Fogg. He is. He's calling you. He's calling me, told me. Yeah. I don't know where that's come from. Yes, Martin, big fan of the channel as well as LB. Watch news free. I'll tell you what I do. While I've got so many LB people in tonight, I'll break some news. I'll do it now. No, appreciate it, mate. Go and give Not in My Lifetime Luke a lot of love as well. Martin, have you heard Bruno Links? Yes, I have. That is Berts to City off. Nope. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a result. Play our players into correct positions, see them up. Right, Tone, I'm going to break the news. You're going to kill me for it. I know you want to be on. 2 bits of news. Tone is joining the Mancunian way. Tony's becoming a guest on a permanent basis. May not be every week, but he's going to be a permanent guest on the Mancunian way. Tony's joining the Mancunian way. Happy clappy channel. So, 2, and that's just one bit of news. Told you, things were changing. Other bit of breaking news. The Friday Waffle Show is returning in May. Returning on the Mancunian way. So me, Tone, and LB will be doing the Friday Waffle Show here live What might not be every Friday, but me, Tone, and LB are going to be back together. The threesome that nobody wants, but you're going to get live on the Mancunian Way starting from May. So it's going to be Friday lunchtime. Not every Friday, because obviously other people have been out, but LB and Tone and me are going to be back together here on the Mancunian Way. Yeah, so there you go. So there's your 2 bits of news tonight. Tone is joining the Mancunian Way, which is now disappeared. And Friday lunchtimes are back, but here on the Mancunian Way. So listen, I said things were changing. We're changing. There's going to be new shows next season that we're in discussions about. We're going to look at bringing you in the Aussie channel, the Aussie show with the Aussie lads. We're going to look at maybe bringing an American channel. I need to speak with Ed and a couple of others about that during the daytimes. And also, there's going to be a Premier League review show starting from next season, which Aussie will host, that we're going to bring in. So there are absolutely massive ideas, plans, etc. coming onto this channel. So there you go. The simple fact of this is the Mancunian Way is going to grow bigger, better, as where we can for a channel that you guys deserve. Tone has now bankrupted me for his contract. LB's charging me an arm and a leg to come over there every Friday. So yeah, got no money anymore. I'm gonna have to have a borrow off Rich. So there you go. So loads as you go from the Mancunian Way. Right, transfer news. Let's go. Let me get my phone. Are you ready for this little? And also, we're going to get Steve Lewis onto some shows as well. Right. Right, the list I've got. Here we go. Florian Berts. Manchester City 100% want him. The decision will go down to Florian Berts. The problem that you need to watch for, just be very careful right now. I know Fabrizio has talked about Bayern Munich today. Keep an eye on Real Madrid. 2 reasons. Real Madrid, if they end up sacking Ancelotti by the end of the season, Alonso may end up walking into Real Madrid. Alonso may want to take Berts with him to Real Madrid. So keep an eye on that one. There are 3 clubs massively going in for Berts right now. Ourselves, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. The fee for City to buy Leverkusen is not the problem. It's convincing Berts to come to City. Nothing to do with Champions League or Europa League. It is all down to 2 other clubs. We have had a meeting, apparently, reportedly, with his father. All went well, really happy. We're just down where we are. Morgan Gibbs-White will come in, or could come in, regardless if that happens or not. People have got this idea Morgan Gibbs-White is instead of Berts. The club would be happy to sign both. Morgan Gibbs-White, people got to remember, is a quality player, an absolute quality player. We've got to come out of this snobbiness of English players aren't good enough. Morgan Gibbs-White has been a massive reason why Nottingham Forest are in the top 3 this season. And all I'll say is, go back and watch Morgan Gibbs-White against Manchester City and the goal he scored, who's launching the 50-yard ball. Morgan Gibbs-White is a quality player. He plays an 8 and a 10. People asking why not Wharton? Simply he's a 6 and an 8. We've already got the 6 and the 8. We don't need another 6 and an 8. Morgan Gibbs-White plays a totally different position than Adam Wharton. Don't look at them as the same player. The next thing is there is also interest in Morgan Rogers. That is absolute truth. Morgan Rogers is there. Where this comes into is Jack Grealish does not only has interest from Aston Villa, AC Milan, there is also interest from PSG and Newcastle and Brighton. So it doesn't have to be world-class change. We're not going to buy everyone who's world-class. This is what I mean. Let's come out of that snobbiness. City, you're not going to buy just world-class players. We've also been told the Camavinga stuff's not happening. So you need to probably get over the Camavinga stuff quickly. Grealish needs to pay cut. He'll go on loan, mate. They're looking at loan deals. What was the other thing? There is interest in Baleba, which is where the Jack Grealish stuff to Brighton came in from. There is interest in Baleba, but City will not pay any kind of money for Baleba. The 120 million they'd want is why the Jack Grealish things are coming. There is interest in Hugo Larsson. He has also been looked at. Now, listen, this list is loads. The list they're using is with a company called where the frig is it now? Let me get you the thing. Hang on. I looked it up earlier. Because we now we use this company a lot, but we've started also, where is it? CAA Stella. Thank you. You put it. CAA Stella. That is Oscar Bobby's with them. Jack Grealish is with them. Is there another City player with them? Yeah, thank you. I know. Yeah, there you go. That's the agency. So look at players on the agency. You'll see where you're at. Morgan Gibbs White is with the agency. Others people, Mamouche is with the agency. Thank you. City have had a lot of meetings with these people. Why are we not getting Camavinga? Because we're not buying everyone, mate. It's not FIFA. Not FIFA. Can be money, could be anything. We also do need to look at the homegrown situation. People don't like this, but we have 16 foreign players taken already with the spot. Kushinov, Doku and Gavardio have to be added to that list from next season. As Craig Party-Time has said 1,000 times, the homegrown thing, you only go into the squad at 25 if you are 21 by January 2025 for the upcoming season. Kushinov, Doku and Gavardio will all have to be added to the 25-man squad next season. So they will take 3 of the foreign spots. You're going to lose 2 goalies. You'll probably buy 2 foreign goalies. So you're probably going to end up, so they need to get homegrown players as well. They do need to get that. But Lakshmi, you can't just say that. You can't just buy 2 players for the sake of buying 2 players. Newcastle are not going to sell Livramento. Branthwaite, yes, but he's 85 million quid and injury prone. It comes down to price as well. You're not getting Livramento out of Newcastle, mate. So this is where you've got to look at. People have to accept you're going to have to buy some homegrown players. You need to park it and get used to that right now. If you want to sell Walker, you want to sell Grealish, you want to sell Stones, etc., 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 you're going to have to buy some homegrown players. Sorry, accept it and move on. Cambiasso isn't off. The deal is still there. They are looking at other options as well. Frimpong is still an option. They're also looking at another fullback that has been mentioned a load of other times. Theo Hernandez is definitely on the list. Pep Guardiola loves Theo Hernandez, is what I'm reading right now. I'm looking at it right now. That's what I'm told. Again, these are all reportedly, so we'll see. Reportedly. And the other one we're looking at, I forgot to mention this, Rangers is also being looked at. Now, again, these are all players on the list. It does not mean we're buying them all. Does not mean we're buying them all. Oh, Cherky's on the list as well. Yes, thank you. Ryan Cherky's also on the list as a cheaper option. Thank you. I'm glad people got this one. Apparently, the other news I've just had is apparently Xabi Alonso has already agreed to go to Real Madrid. So there you go. Keep an eye on that one. So Rangers is on the list. Baleba's on the list. Camavinga's not anymore, apparently. This is what I've been told. Camavinga's not, so we'll see. Not heard about Trincao at all. Bruno is also on the list, yeah. Xavi Simons is not. I don't know where that's come from. Don't know where this has come from. Don't know where the Xavi Simons has come from. But we'll see. But Reinders is on the list. Apparently AC Milan also want Sandro Tonali back. So we'll see. Yes, it is the Cherky who plays for Olympic Lyon. So yeah, there's loads of things going to happen. A new goal, Restes apparently has also gone higher up on the list as well. Restes, who plays for not Lille, that's Chevalier. Oh, what the frig's it called? Who does Restes play? Toulouse? Who does Restes play for? Let me know. Nope, no Bacola. Toulouse, thank you. Yeah, there you go. Restes from Toulouse. He's also on the list. So there you go. Craig said it fine. I don't know. I've not heard anything about Bayana, Xavi Simons or Bayana. I've not heard anything about Xavi Simons. There's going to be loads of names on the list, so we'll just have to wait and see. A lot of this will depend on going out as well. So Toulouse around the waist, exactly, Pat. By the way, if you want to come in and join us, Pat, jump in, mate. Just let me know and I'll throw you the link. I don't even know why. I didn't send you the link. I'm not any other than Chevalier, but I heard he'd be my number one option. Yeah, maybe. What was the other thing? Also, and Divine McCasker is going to be introduced to the first team next year. He will. It looks like Divine McCasker will go to the Club World Cup as well. So keep an eye on that one. MCFC, thank you very much. Big update, Martin. Passport hours, you've seen link with Reinders. Yes. And also Top Brazilians outlet said Bruno G again. Yes. I can't be asked anymore with the Bruno stuff. Do you know what? I'm not doing the Bruno shit no more. The Bruno shit is going for me. Can't be bothered with it. But the breaking news I've had tonight is basically looks like Carlo Ancelotti might be on his way out and Xabi Alonso's going in. It is going to be a very busy summer, mate. So, Martin, how much do you think we're willing to pay for Baleba and we'll do a swap deal for Grealish? The problem is with Grealish, AC Milan want him as well on loan. Newcastle looking at him. PSG are even looking at the thing. Grealish still brings you coin through shirt sales. Will De Bruyne go to the Club World Cup? That I don't know. I'd be guessing at that, Ronald, and I don't like guessing, mate. Getting a new contract, yes. He's getting a new contract. McCaskey, yes. Viana, Cheeky's going to stay all the way through the summer as well, by the way. All the way through. No worries, mate. You stay safe on there, mate. Don't get yourself anything dodgy. McCasker, whatever his name is. Yes. Never forget when you told me in space there was no way it would make it. Well, we'll see, Danny. Hey, going to the Club World Cup does not mean he's going to play. Let's see, Danny. Let's see. Send Grealish back to Villa. Did want Morgan Rogers back. Thank you, MCFC, for becoming a new channel member, mate. You are a legend. Thank you so much. Thank you. Martin, I didn't get your reply. You didn't get my reply. I did send it. Why did you not get my reply? That's weird. I did send it. I'll resend it. I sent. I know why. I sent it to the Costa thing. Whoops. Hang on. Sorry about this, people. I sent it to Costa. I've just emailed Costa. Oh my God. I've sent it to an old one. Let me just do it now. I'm gonna email it now. I'm gonna email you from my personal one. I know what I've done now, DC. Right, now sent it. You'll have got it from my personal email. So the channel one. So my apologies, DC. But thank you so much, MCFC. You are a superstar.
More than you believe. More than you believe I'm happy.
Yeah. Whoops. Any news on Echeverri? Yes, Echeverri will go to the Club World Cup. Costa thing, sneaky plug. He wants, I know, I'm going to try and do it. Martin's new sponsors, yeah, smash the likes up. Do you think we'll buy a winger if Grealish leaves? potentially we might buy someone who can play midfield and the wings, Samir. When are they going to release the 115? I have no idea. People are saying tomorrow, some are saying next week, some are saying the week after. We don't know. That will come when it will come. Right, I'm going to open the lines. Let me go into the YouTube and I will send a link. Right, if you are coming on, please be respectful. This is your channel. Smash the likes. We've got 200 odd in here and we've not even got 100 likes. Come on, let's get 100 likes at least. That'd be amazing. Invite, copy the link, share that over. Paste it over. That is your link. You must have your camera on. It is there. We'll see how long we go for. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button as we're going as well. Whoa, where are we going? Shedders, thank you so much as well. Shedders has turned around and gifted 5 channel memberships. Thank you so much, mate. If you have been given a channel membership, please say thank you to them as well. That would be amazing. Big up again to Shedders, Lee Gates, and MCFC for their amazing super chats. Shedders, MCFC, Shedders, and SOS for their amazing stuff on the memberships. Right, let's crack it on. Right, let's get going. I'm going to bring the first person in now, which he's decided he's going to change his name. You know him as AK, but we are going to change it. He's changing his name. I don't know why he's changing his name. But good evening, mate. Long time no speak. How are you?
Long time no speak. Yeah, it's been a hectic week, no doubt. Work and yeah, been on a couple of streams and it has been hectic. Yeah, and yeah, Martin, don't mind the name. Yeah, I was just cooking Madrid fans last night. I was cooking them last night.
Well, looks like they might be getting a new manager soon.
Yeah, well, I got a memorial picture just for this occasion.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, do you want a bit of news as well? This will really put the spices up. That man might be back before the end of the season.
Yep, that should silence them.
That man might be back
them
before the end of the season. So go on, Nick. What do you want to talk about, mate? Anything you want. Floor is yours.
Oh yeah. Yeah, first of all, how you been, Martin? And big up the chat as well. Hope you're all having a decent Wednesday night.
Yeah, I'm having a good time, mate. How are you? I hope you're well and you're well as well. But yeah, big up the chat.
And yeah, where do I even start with our season? Where do I even start with our season? I mean, it's been one hell of a It's been one hell of a roller coaster this season. It's been one hell of a roller coaster. And
so what?
Yeah, we obviously do need to invest a lot of money in a new squad.
Yep.
And you know what? I'm tired of these Pep outers. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of these Pep outers saying that oh, he's not getting us Champions League. Pep out. I'm like, for once, give your head a wobble. Yeah. Do you even realize that this man has taken us to the higher depths of European football, going up with the likes of Madrid, Bayern, Dortmund, Leipzig. I mean, it's doing my head in.
Yeah, Listen, people know me. I think Paz made errors this season. I think he's made poor choices, but and you know, for me, I believe Pep's the right man to basically get us back where we need to be. For me, I think when we Charlie, be respectful, mate, or you'll be going to the gulag. Please be respectful. We don't do
I'm
that on
not
this
pep
channel,
out.
mate.
Please don't mistake me. I'm not pep out. I'm not pep out. I'm saying I'm calling out the pep outers. Come on.
Well, we're all allowed opinions. We're all allowed opinions. It's opinions. Some will agree, some will not agree. But yeah, no, listen, I understand people. I don't think people understand how to react to this season. I think people are finding it hard to react to the situation we are in, if I'm honest with you. And I think people are reacting in a very emotional mess. Some are doing it in an angry way. Some are doing it in a nice way. Some are doing it in a calm way. Some have just totally jumped off the deep end and throwing everything around. But I think, if anything, this in the summer, the board, the backroom staff, everything will change to get us going again.
Yeah, and of course, Hugo Viana is going to come in full time in the summer. I heard.
Yeah. Well, who's coming in the summer, sorry? Say that again.
No, like Hugo Viana is working alongside Tiki until Tiki leaves, and then Hugo Viana will take over.
Well, Viana's already there. Viana started a couple of weeks back. And Cheeky will be with him, I've heard, all the way through the summer now, right until the first game. Basically, Cheeky's probably going to be here till September. He's basically going to do it all.
Yeah.
With Viana.
And just a few questions, though.
Yeah.
I know we're all in for words, and of course, but the Cambiaso rumors have gone silent.
Mm-hmm. They are looking at
linked with it.
There's Theo Hernandez. There's all sorts. They're looking at Frimpong. They're looking at Hernandez. I think where it'll come is where he decides, because the problem is it will depend on who we're going to buy, and it will depend who's going out. Because yes, people may want to get, we may listen to offers for Stones. If nobody bids for Stones, then it changes. Because I've got, Ake, Stones, Kovacic, Gundo, even Rico Lewis could be looked at to go out. There's going to be big change.
I had to end up watching, and Martin, I had to end up watching last night's game. I'm sorry for interrupting, but I have to bring up last night's game. But one thing that is actually eating me inside is, how did we not beat this Madrid team? How did we not?
We're just not that team this year, mate. We're not that team.
Yeah, we're not it this year.
But we'll see at the end, Stephen, because at the minute I've got loads of people queued up. So we'll see if there's any room. Remind me again when in a few calls time. Not saying no, I'm just saying let's see. AK, do you want to anything else you want to add, mate? Because I've got 5 people ready to rock in as well.
Oh yeah. I'll make it quick. Yeah. Big up to everyone. Big up Martin. And I hope we get the summer signings to the door and just start the rebuild, and hope we get things back on track.
Yeah, and we will do, mate. And appreciate your support. Keep sporting, and we're going to get you on next time as well, mate. Much love,
Smash up the likes, people. Smash up the likes.
Mate.
And Martin, one more thing. I'm on a few panel shows, so your support will be appreciated. I'm on a few panel shows.
Yeah, just email
me.
Yeah, just let me know and I'll come in,
mate. Sure, Martin.
All right then, mate. Appreciate
Cheers,
that.
Martin.
Cheers, mate.
And City till I die. Come on, City.
Good man. Good man. Take care, mate. Right, so that was AK. I'm going to bring... I don't know why is my thing just done that. Why is everyone laughing at LB? I've not got no clue. What? Do I think Forest would ever consider an MG? Yeah, I do think they will. He's only got 2 years left in his contract. So we'll see. I'm going to bring in TalkSport. How you doing, mate? Long time no speak. How are you? Hope you're well.
Not too bad, mate. How are you doing? Thank you for this night.
Well, you got to, haven't you, mate? How you doing? Big up. How are you doing, mate?
Bro, yeah, definitely. You know, I thought I'd just pop in. I managed to see, as I was on my YouTube that you're doing a show. I thought, it's been a while, so definitely need to hop on again. But yeah, how have you been anyway?
Yeah, just fighting the mutants, as you do.
Yeah, I read that message you put up yesterday as well, the post, and it's
just trying to calm everyone down a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a shame that you have to keep doing that. I'm sure you've done it a couple of times this season where you've had to put it out where, look, just calm down, everyone, because it's like, how much can we control of what the club actually does? Oh
no, listen, people can constructively criticise. Always said that. Of course you can. I think some of the I think it's gone beyond a little bit of construction this year. I think people have allowed their emotions to take over. Because I've always said, he's fit is not constructive criticism. That's just calling someone shit. That's not actually having a go at anyone.
It's too many personal attacks. And it's one of those where all we can do is just share our thoughts and opinions, and we can't really dictate what's going on at the club. Whatever's happening is happening. We're all having to be all in the same boat, watching the same stuff, and it's a shame it's had to come to this.
Well, like Charlie today, we're coming sixth. Everyone else tonight, we're coming mid-table. Give your heads a wobble in a FA Cup. Yeah, but I said that and got called it's mediocrity, so I suppose it depends what you want to look at it. But is there anything, I mean, how do you feel about the transfers? How do you feel about the season, the last 7 games, FA Cup, whatever you want?
I think we'll start with where we're at. In fact, no, we know where we're at in the season. What I am concerned about is and again, I'm going back a few weeks ago when I was last on the show. I would imagine a lot of us were quite confident about getting top 4 or top 5 for that matter. That's now coming into question a little bit. Not to say that we won't, but it's going to be quite a race to get top 4, even top 5 for that matter, because that United game again, we should have tried to go for that. But it's not just that; it's just these last couple of games where we've just been up and down. And I think looking at the January transfer business, we would have thought that would have helped us get over the line for top 4, but it's going to be
skewed people's way. And I've talked about this before. Do you think spending all that money, everyone thought we'd just turn it back on again and away we go?
To an extent, yes, because I get that we brought a couple of youngsters as well, but because we brought in someone like Marmoush, who was one of the outstanding performers in Europe, his stats look good. We brought in Nico, who again was sort of the best available option for the position we most needed to, purchase somebody in for.
Yeah,
it would have given us a bit of room for optimism to say, you know what, that should be enough to get us over the line, because it was plugging holes that we had from the summer. It's not quite gone that way, and again, I don't want to start this whole Pep thing, and I'm not here to say, oh, Pep out and that, but as much as we have had injuries, as much as we have had an aging squad, Pep has also made some very questionable selections and decisions this season himself. Yeah. And whether it's panic or whether it's whatever else, but yeah, there's been moments where you're thinking, oh, come on, Pep, what are you doing? Why are you playing such a player here, or why is such a player not starting or whatever? And again, it's this thing. It's been happening quite regularly. If it's not every single weekend, it's every second or third game we keep having to question the selection.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I think his selection was wrong for the derby.
Absolutely.
I do. But the trouble is, we're looking at it from a why don't you go and try and win? Pep's clearly gone with a different thought process. He's gone there for the point and he's got what he wanted. I don't know why. The trouble is, I don't like the thing is, journalists don't ask the right questions anymore.
Yeah.
They never do.
I'm not quite convinced, although I can understand why people think that we played for a point. I can understand why. I find it hard to believe that's what he's done. However, because of the selection he's gone for, it makes it seem that way. And that's the problem, because he's gone for that sort of, you're like, okay, you're trying to play it safe a little bit. But when you actually look at what the team was trying to do, it seemed like they were trying to have a bit of a goal, but it's just, he's got it wrong, and it really, if you just switch one or two, not even one or two, I'd say if you just switch Nico and bring him in for, let's say, a Gundogan, that system works, and we actually get a result. It's not so much. I don't think it's his approach. It's more so the selection he's made. That's why it appears as though we tried to go for a draw, but I'm not convinced that's the case. And if he has done, and if it does turn out he's gone for a point, then wow, that's.
The trouble is, we don't know whether that's a good point or a bad point until the end of the season.
Yeah,
that's the annoying thing about this. We don't know if this is a good point or a bad point. Right now, we think it's a disaster.
Yeah,
because we're all a little bit. The glass is half empty. So we're going to go to Everton, we'll lose, we'll go here, we'll get a point, and everyone's worrying. So I've even seen some people worry about the Southampton game. I mean, with all due respect, if we can't beat Southampton away, that we're on track to do a Derby County right now, then we don't deserve to be in the Champions League. Simple fact. But you've got to treat every team with respect. You've got to see what happens, because I don't think the thing is, this is April, May time. This is the time when freak results happen. Nobody had Arsenal slapping Real Madrid last night 3-0. Nobody had it.
Not 3-0, no.
This is what I mean. This is the time of the year when results happen that you go, oh, wasn't expecting that. And the good thing about our fixtures compared to the other contenders, they've all seemed to got to play each other. Aston Villa, even though they took the lead tonight, were getting whipped by PSG at the beginning. Now, they've got to work harder in their second leg while still trying to compete with the top 5 battle and being in an FA Cup semi-final. At some point, they're going to run out of steam. I'm
glad you've gone there, because that's the question I wanted to ask you, actually. So Villa have got to play Newcastle, PSG second leg, and then us. Do you think? Because again, it's 3-1 with PSG. It's not like they're out of it. Do you think they'll go for it against PSG? And will we catch them at the right time? Will we end up catching Villa at a point where maybe they've just gone all out with PSG and Newcastle?
Potentially, yeah. Maybe we will. I think we need to look at it one game at a time. Right now, everything's all question on Palace.
Absolutely.
But we've got to have all focus on Crystal Palace and sort it out from there.
Yeah. Then, with regards to transfers, the one thing I'm finding hard to sort of comprehend is what is Marmoush's position in order to then know who we're signing in what role, because it seems to me that it started off as him being that support striker /10, to suddenly he's drifting to the left, which makes you wonder, is he the KDB replacement or is he a Jack Grealish replacement?
Do you know what? I don't think we'll know until next season.
Yeah.
I don't think Pep's figured out his position yet. I think Pep's finding that a bit hard to realise. The trouble is, the team we've got now will not be the team we've got in 3 months, 4 months. So, say we buy Berts, Gibbs, White, well, then you can put Mamou somewhere different. I think what we're building here is a squad. I think we're building a squad. Because, yes, we do need to buy more first-team players, I agree. But if we're going to allow Nunes, Kovacic, Gundo, for example, McAtee all out the door, you're not just losing some of your first team, you're losing your squad players as well. So you've got to build up a good bench and a really good 11. People are so focused on the 11 right now, which I agree with. We need to improve the 11. But the trouble is, if you're selling some of the bench players, then you're going to need to replace your bench. And so this is my thing with the Morgan Gibbs-White thing. Morgan Gibbs-White, I don't mean it's any disrespect. Forest are a great team with a very rich history. Nottingham, who's Morgan Gibbs-White got more chance of winning the league with? Manchester City or Nottingham Forest?
Absolutely.
One bad season doesn't make City just going to free fall. There's more chance. I think Mamouche will know. What I like about Mamouche is I think he can play behind the 9, in the 10, or even out wide. I think he's got that versatility about him that likes.
I'm also a little concerned that because of the homegrown quota thing, that may influence a lot of what we do in the transfer window, because we know the players that we want. How many of those are actually homegrown is a different matter altogether, because a lot of us, we were throwing names out now, but like, okay, we want Wirtz, we want Baleba, we want Rodrigo, whatever else. They don't come under that quota, and that's the issue we're gonna face as well.
Again, it will depend who goes out. That will depend on who goes out. So that's where we're at. It will depend who goes out and who comes in. If we say let Carson, Grealish, Stones, Ake all go, then you're going to need a lot more homegrown than what you want.
Yeah. And this
if
is
you only
where
allow, say, just Grealish out, you can get away with the Morgan Gibbs-Rogers coming in, or Morgan MGW or a Morgan Rogers.
Yeah.
So you can get a Gibbs-White or a Morgan Rogers, and both can fit. Because also the other thing is, I don't think Grealish is going to be sold for card money. He's either going to go on loan, or he'll be involved in a deal for someone else. You've got to also be a little bit smart with these deals because of his wages and things like that. Got to be a bit clever with it. But the other side of the coin is you're only allowed so many loans per season.
Yeah. It's interesting you mentioned the Grealish being loaned out, because I would imagine, considering the figures we're talking in terms of the business we're looking to do, we'd likely need to sell him, wouldn't we? At least you'd like to think so, wouldn't you?
I don't think you will sell him. I don't think you'll sell Grealish. I think his wages will just cost too much.
Right.
No, Linny, this is the thing. Homegrown's not British passport. Homegrown is club trained for 2 to 3 years between the ages of 18 and 21. It's not. I know you're joking, mate, but it's not just. People think homegrown is British. So Jeremy Frimpong, Jamal Musiala are classed as homegrown. Ake homegrown because they were club trained. Ake trained at Chelsea. Musiala trained at Chelsea, funnily enough. When Chelsea look back, they must kick themselves, some of the players they've lost. Salah, KDB, Musiala, they must be thinking, who the freak got rid of these players? I'd be you know what? I'd be giving someone a slap at Chelsea for the players they've let go. They talk about us getting rid of Parma. Have you seen the list of players Chelsea have got rid of?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
wow.
Oscar Bob, would he fall under that?
Yes, he's at homegrown.
Oh, bro. So because I believe is he just turned 21 this season, hasn't he?
Yes.
So we could register.
Where it's different is Docker and Gavardio and Kushinov were not included in our squad this season.
Yeah.
From next season, they have to go into the foreign contingent.
Right.
Because they're over the age of 21.
This is where you start to think.
Yeah.
This is why you start to think, you know what? You could see either one of Wharton or Branthwaite actually happening because of that whole.
I think Branthwaite happens if Stones or Ake or Akanja, someone has to go to get Branthwaite in. The trouble is with Branthwaite, as Rico will tell you, who's in the chat, our resident Everton fan, and big up, your stadium looks amazing, by the way, Rico. He's going to cost a lot of money. You're talking 70, 80 million quid to get Branthwaite out. And he's also had a lot of injuries.
Crikey.
So you've always got that English tax. Like, there's interest in Wharton, but Palace are asking for 90, 100 million. You're talking big money to get these players out.
Wharton, again, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty certain there's articles about him having a release clause of like 55, 60 mil.
Who?
Wharton.
No, there wasn't. I'll tell you what I did find out today. Morgan Gibbs White, Wolves are entitled to 10% of any fee above 42 million. So always keep that in mind. Forest have to give Wolves 10% of any fee. Now, Darsh may correct me on that. I'm sure it's 10%. So like we've got with James Trafford, say Newcastle bought James Trafford, we're entitled to 20% of that fee.
Yeah.
So this is where you've got to be a bit careful as well. All this comes into factors and deals. That 10% or that 20% can scupper a deal through the door. Because what they'll say is, why should I have to pay that 20%? You agreed it. You paid the 20% out of your money, not my money. Why should the buying club have to pay for the selling club's arrangement previously?
Yeah. Also, of the Morgan Gibbs White and Morgan Rogers, of the two of them, who are we more strongly linked with? Because I know Gibbs White only just popped up yesterday.
Gibbs White's been on the list for a long time.
Has he now? Interesting.
Yes. Yeah.
Interesting.
Right. Total Sports Talk. I know I'm gonna let you go in a minute. Anything you want to wrap up? You've been brilliant again, but as you know, we're gonna get you back on a panel show soon. So I will hit you up on Instagram and we'll sort you out in the next week or two. You're coming on a show.
Bro.
If that's all right with you, mate.
Yeah, we'll love to, man. We'll absolutely love to. Always fun to be on the panel.
No, I appreciate the support, mate. It really does mean a lot. Thank you so much.
Right, take care. Have a lovely night, everyone.
Take care, mate. Big up Total Sport in the chat. Give him a lot of love. Always good. Again, couple of shout-outs before we bring Dash in. We've got Dash, Johnny, Ed, and then Spartacus. Foggy, you didn't have to do this, mate. I don't know why my computer keeps doing this. Big up 20 gifted memberships. If you have been given a membership off Foggy, please say thank you. The guy has virtually had the all clear from the big old C word tonight. So show him the love. Show him the love. The legend that is Mark Fogg. Honestly, stay massive. I'm so happy for you, mate. It's amazing. We are also going to cover this as well. Andrew, the club have frozen ticket prices. We're going to talk about that more tomorrow night, Andrew, but we will touch on it tonight, mate. I want to try and get you on a show at some point, but I know you won't come on. MCFC Adam, thank you for the very generous $4.99 as well. Our City interested in Adam Wharton? Yes. Right, let's bring Dash in, the man in the know. Where's his camera? Oh, he's got it on at last. Come on, you said you're 19. You look like you're 55.
Wow. Do you hear me, first of all?
Right, did I get anything wrong in that update, by the way, earlier? Just to clarify, because I'm like, I've had that, my phone's been buzzing right out all day. I'm like, I've not had these updates in about 2 months. What's up with everyone?
Mate, I woke up about, 10 o'clock-ish this morning. Look at my phone, I was going to expect some assessments or some updates on my assessment from university. And I see about 60 messages from different people on the ticketing, pricing, stuff, transfers, other rubbish I'm hearing. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I got anything wrong, mate.
Just before you move on. Big up, yeah, Martin, I did really thank you very much, Julie. Appreciate that, and we will come back stronger. The one thing I would just say is, I know people are asking, City will not activate that, is what I've been told. Not for the lap. Because I think they're not planning to activate it. So,
yeah. You said about what was that?
So what do you want to talk about? Theo Hernandez, Jerker, Gibb White. Where do you want to go with all this? Restes.
Well,
What did I call him? Spartacus and Ed. Put it in the private chat. I called him something else.
Adam. First of all, let me just say this: we can all change in an instant. So the players we mentioned there, we can all change in an instant if City decide something else. Yeah, so I just want to make that very known because we
These
get
are
this
just
stuff all the
names on
time.
a list. It doesn't mean they're coming
Yeah,
in. Names on a list and bids going in are very, very different people. This is what we always
yeah.
say.
I mean, there's probably one you missed, Martin. A bit of Spanish man,
Did I miss
Baena,
one? Yeah,
maybe by.
I've heard mixtures on that today. I've heard yes and no. Unless he's gone on to list, but I'm not sure if it's. I don't know. You may know more
I
than me
mean,
on Guyana.
obviously, listen, I'm a propaganda agent, but on Bayana, I think it's 7 or 9 months ago, he was added on the list. We've seen him in games against Atletico Madrid. I think we've gone to Leganes, one of them, Mallorca. So they have been scouting Bayern a lot more this season. The problem with Bayern is, and it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be dependent on the Grealish situation or the 10/8 situation. He's been playing as a left winger now. He's mainly a 10 throughout his entire career. How is he going to come in? It's similar with Morgan Gibbs White. He could come in. He's not just a 10. He can do the box to box thing if needed. He can go on the wide spaces. So it really depends on how we how do I say it? What we sign him for. Is it for that one position or is it going to be for 2 or 3 different positions like Pep wants?
I'm just talking. What's going on with Toxin Blue?
That's what I'm wondering too.
What's going on? Because I'm reading the comments. There's nothing been said racial at the minute. What's
Because I'm
been
on
said
this,
racial, Harry?
I
Sorry,
can't.
just carry on, guys. I just check.
Yeah, just check it, mate, because I can't do it on StreamYard, so just go and
Yeah, I
check
don't
it.
know.
Hold on.
Toxin, are you? What's going on here? Right, Toxin Blue, don't say that. Toxin, no, right. Toxin. No, come on, mate. You can't say that. No, you can't. I know you're trying to talk gangster, mate, but no. No, can't have that. Can't have them words. They triggered. No. Toxin, I'm going to have to not ban you, but I'm timing you out for a bit. I'm hoping that's just thank you, Harry. So I'm apologising. I didn't even notice it. Just because Toxin, I'm not trying to be harsh, but you need to go on a bit of a timeout for that for a bit. I'm hoping I don't ever want to see that word again. No, we don't do that here, mate. Jokes or no jokes. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be an idiot, but no. So I'm going to put you on a 10-minute timeout. Sorry, mate. And hopefully you learn from that. My apologies if anyone's been offended by that. I don't know what's happened there. Big up Briggsy though for letting me know about that.
Yeah,
Big up Briggsy. Big up Harry. Thank you, mate. Right, go on. Carry on.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Bayana, listen, we'll see what happens with that. I mean, it is true. He's on the list from my side of things, but I think all the main names you mentioned, I think they're right. I think Restes was back in January, as I told you before. Now, I don't know if he was going to be the first or the second choice goalie. Now, it's been
Where
pushed
do
up
you
the same
think
with them.
Restes is? Do you think Restes is going to be? Are they looking at him as number one? Or are they looking at him as a backup? I don't know.
He's very young. This is the thing about Restes. He's very young, and I think he's French too as well. Someone correct me if that's the case. And
Yes, I believe. I'm just checking now.
I think he'll be born as a second option, but I'll be shocked if he's the first option. I'll be very
He's 20
shocked.
years old. Yeah, he's a
Ooh,
French under 21 international.
then probably as a second choice
You can't not
because I
to
think
anyone worry about that age as a goalie. And before anyone comes at me and say I'm trying to be, he's 22. He's only 23 appearances. He's kept 9 clean sheets this season in League One.
I don't
I'm not
think
sure you will.
as of now, from what I'm hearing, and this is like 1 month ago, he's very good, but he's not at the
He's very
level of
inexperienced, mate.
yes, that's the big one. So I just
I
think
didn't
with
know he was
him,
that inexperienced.
and I don't know if it's true, and someone correct me, but I think with him, he's been rotated in and out of the team. So I think he needs to go away and maybe go to another European club and get minutes there to prove his
Not at that.
credibility. John Garcia, no, not yet. No.
Cheers, Ora.
There's another one, Martin, and I think you might have forgot. The Las Palmas goalkeeper. He's tired of second choice.
I also got told. No, I had another name tonight. Who's the Dortmund keeper called? Is it Kolbe? Kolbo?
Yes,
Kobo?
Sebastian Kobel's on the list for the first.
Yes, he's on the list as well. I've been told.
Yeah, so I think Costa and Chevrolet are the two main ones as of now because they met with Costa's Rex. If you know,
Who
Martin.
would you want out of the two?
Me. This is
Come on, I'm putting you in the boardroom. Now you're in charge.
Costa, for me, he has experience on the Euros in the Champions League. But with Chevalier, I feel like this season his matches against Madrid, and I think last year's, I think Liverpool, I think this year's Liverpool and last year Liverpool too. I'll probably get him because with him, I seen him against Dortmund in the the qualification rounds, and when I said performance, he was saving shots. He was not bad. He's not a bad person at the back, you know. You can actually do the passing at the back. Well, not to the degree of Edison, but
well, Lucas said Cobble's shocking with his feet.
Yeah, he's more of a shot stopper, Coble, than
No, you might as well keep Edison then. No, that's taking the piss.
No, man, listen.
I don't know why. Sorry, Conway, if you're watching. Sorry, Conway.
Martin, there's more chance of you being goal than Edison next season. I can tell you that for a fact.
I'm winding Conway up. Elliot's in the chat now. So Elliot's like that, talking about. I mean, saying that he conceded 4 goals tonight. So,
yeah.
Whoops.
You know, if you really wanted a direct instant replacement, Verbruggen's one of them. If we really wanted a direct one. But even then, I don't think I'd go for him. I'd probably say Chevalier is the one.
Who's the Las Palmas backup? Who's Las Palmas keeper?
I forgot his name, but
you're good at these.
I only watched Las Palmas about 3 times this season.
I've never watched him before, I won't lie.
Yeah. He's good in both shot stopping and passing off in the back. Like Chelsea, Chelsea, when they signed Jorgensen from, I think it's Villarreal, they should have not even got him. They should have got the Las Palmas one. Like he's sick. Someone remind me of the name, but he's very good, very very good. Unless he's been sold in January, which I've heard, but I don't know if it's true or not. But we'll see about that. Except for transfers,
Theo Hernandez.
You know what? Yeah, listen. It is true. He's only been on this for about 6 years now. But are we actually going to go for him? Are we actually going to sit on the table with Milan and say, yeah, we want fucking Hernandez? Because we can proclaim interest as much as we want, but are we going to do it? It's about actions than words, mate. We can say, we want Rodrigo from Madrid, but we're going to go to them and say, listen, we want Rodrigo. 120 million on the table.
You're not getting Rodrigo. Why are people doing this Rodrigo dance all of a sudden? You're not getting Rodrigo.
I mean, I don't know why they're mentioning him. I mean,
well, what's Elliot doing here? Would anyone take Sane back? Picks up. Oh, we've lost ours. Elliot, he were not going. I spoke to you about this earlier. He's not going. We're not doing that. Sane, mate. Move on.
Martin, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think Sane will come up.
Oh, stop with you. Stop. Has Sane got his own fan club at this fan base at this club? Seriously.
You see, Martin,
I don't run back.
You know with Gundo, it failed. But Sane, he still has that left foot from the wide space to cut inside.
I'm not having this. You've all watched Sane. You've all got different memories of Sane than what anyone else really has.
Give all him to send it back if he comes. Yeah, that's what I want to do, man.
I've down the wing a few times. Would you all love me 3 years, 4 years on? If I just do a few runs down the wing. Oh my God.
I prefer the man with the braids, Martin, not you.
me running down my walking stick. Wouldn't be the greatest law. Sané's like
Yeah.
40 now. Good point. Let him go to Liverpool.
Yeah. I mean, transfer. Morgan Gibbs right. Yeah. It's like I don't know why they're so adverse. I mean, I know they want words, but it's like, come on. Like Gibbs White is actually a mint player. He's a good player, not elite, but good enough to be mentioned.
I think Gibbs White could become elite, you know. I don't mean more class. I think Gibbs White could become a top, like even better player than what he is right now. I don't understand all this hatred for Gibbs White at the moment. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I do. Do you know what I think it is? I think there's a little bit of PTSD over English players. I think they're looking at Foden now. They've looked at Calvin Phillips. They've looked at Kyle Walker, obviously the last 18 months. They're looking at Rico Lewis, and they're all thinking, oh, my God.
You know why, yeah? I can get it. It's the fact that some of them are came in with a big hype, and obviously Greece with a big price. They expect goals. But I feel like as if that's not the expectation, unfortunately, because Greece is never been a goal getter. And number two, I think it's the fact that we have dreams of Grealish being the 10 of KDB, and then it didn't happen, and Pep forcing onto the left wing. And then we probably look at the same with other English players, but with Gibbs White, he's not just a 10. Yes, he can go on the left hand side, but his energy could be used as a box to box.
I mean, he's played 27 appearances for Forest, 5 goals, 9 assists.
It's not bad for the Premier League. Not bad. Not bad.
I mean,
It's actually quite.
That's in a season. He's been in the starting 11. I'm just looking now. 27 times this season he started, and he's generally started in the 10 role. He can play central midfield. He started central midfield 3 times in the Premier League, twice in the FA Cup. So I think he is that sort of 8/10. He has got a little bit of a temper on him.
But listen, Martin, I'll be honest with you. I want personality in the squad. I want a bit of character. And if Gibbs are going to bring in and cause a bit of trouble, so be it. As long as they push it on competition and more fight for places. Because I'm being honest with you, I'm looking at some of the players on the pitch and they look so depressed and passive. And I think maybe a punch or two might wake them up next season. Not like that, but you get what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, Morgan Rogers this year, I'm just looking now, current season.
He's unbelievable.
He's played 30 games. He's only got 8 goals and 7 assists, you know.
This is the thing.
I'm not taking a piss here. Phil Foden has all more than these.
All right, calm down, Martin.
I'm just saying, while I get on my Foden train, a totally mentally, physically drained Phil Foden has more goals than both of those two.
The thing with Foden is this. I'll probably say just let him be for the meantime, Martin. Just let him recover, man. Because listen, some of the stuff from Foden.
10 goals for someone who's in a bad one. Cherky, what about Cherky? Are you on him?
Cherky. I don't mind Cherky.
I'm going to Cherky in the summer.
Oh, amazing, mate. No.
No one having that one. No one? Not even a... No? Not even a... No?
I don't want to go Calvin Phillips. You can take him back to Leeds United. That fucking scrub. But anyway.
Isn't Morgan Gibbs White Foden best mates as well? I don't know.
You know, Gibbs White, he's the godfather of Foden's son, Ronnie. Did you know that? No, he's a god. He's Ronnie Foden's godfather.
Yeah. What's this? Might answer his question. Is Sané currently on a free? Yes, he is. Was the rumours about Doku going in January to Barcelona? That actually was started from the Doku end.
This is the thing, is like people talk about Grealish leaving. You don't think Doku on the other end wants to leave? I'm not saying you're gonna 100% leave, but
Toxin Blue, I appreciate you used a word that we don't want in the chat. The reason you were timed out and not banned is I think you were doing it in a gangster talk sort of way, but I just don't want that word in the chat, Toxin Blue, because it causes problems. So you were just timed out as a little bit of a right. Just learn. That was all. Nothing offensive. Just that word's banned a bit, Toxin Blue, so I don't want that word. I know you weren't calling it in, but just YouTube will pick up on that word.
Yeah.
Big style. It's the way analytics work.
Yeah, no, listen.
But anyway,
We're all going to Palace.
Dash, what I'm going to do is obviously, because I've got loads on. Anything you want to add?
Yeah.
I apologise if I'm trying to flip through everyone. I've still got
That's
Johnny,
fine.
Sparkus, and Ed as well.
Oh,
And I'll
that's fine.
speak
Listen.
to you now in a bit if you're around.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be
Do
around.
you have
But
any keepers lined up? Quick one for Foggy, because he is a legend.
do you have any keepers lined up? I mean, I can't name them. Costa, Chevalier, Restes, Torble, Verbruggen. Yeah, Verbruggen. I think there's another one. That's Palmer's goalkeeper, but that's second option. There's more on the list, but that's the one I can think of it right now. But other than that, man, just Crystal Palace, just quickly on Crystal Palace. For me, just get the 3 points. And listen, I don't want to see Will Hughes dog out midfielders again, like in Selhurst Park. So please play Nico G. Yeah? And if you can play the conversation going on with him, that's fine. And if we get the chances to finish it off.
Elliot, Adam Wharton, baby.
Oh my god. Are we Arsenal fans
Remember
now?
when I mentioned Adam Wharton last year and LB and everyone killed me for this?
Mate, you mentioned Gibbs right there.
He's not good enough. He's inexperienced. I know everyone's on the bloody Adam Wharton train.
Forget Wharton. Last summer, Gibbs were mentioned, and it near to the end, everyone had the vomiting emojis out there for Gibbs White. And now they don't mind both of them. Time to change, man. Time to change too much. But listen, anyway, you got a lot of people on, mate. So
no, appreciate it. I also want to do a little bit anyway. But thank you so much. I'll speak to you anyway. Are you around? I might give you a bell in the back. Give me an hour. All right, then, mate.
Yeah.
Speak to you soon, bud. Right, we're going to bring Johnny in next. Johnny has told me he's 17. So we're going to bring Johnny in. It's his first time on. So good evening, Johnny. How are you?
Yes, it's fine, thank you.
So what would you like to talk about? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
What would you like to talk about, Johnny?
I prefer probably transfers then.
Okay, what transfers would you like to talk about?
Florian Wirtz, probably.
Right, okay. What about Florian Berts?
So people have been speaking about like Bayern Munich and that. Like, what about Leverkusen not selling like in Germany?
What you mean? Why would Leverkusen sell him, or what do you mean?
Yeah.
He's been offered a new deal at Leverkusen, I believe, with a release clause. Well, I'm not sure he's going to sign it though. We'll obviously have to see whether he wants to sign it. But I would say at the moment with Florian Wirtz, it's between Manchester City, Real Madrid, and Bayern Munich.
Sorry?
I would say Real Madrid want him, Manchester City wants him, and Bayern Munich.
So who do you think are the favourites?
Who do I think are favourites? Well, I'm going to say at the moment probably Real Madrid.
Interesting, because I'm not sure. No, because they can't offer him like guaranteed game time at the moment.
I think it depends if Alonso becomes the new Real Madrid manager, that may change things. I don't think Ancelotti will be at Real Madrid much longer.
Then what about game time?
At Real Madrid, I think Alonso would play him. I think Alonso would play him at Real Madrid.
So then they'd probably then drop Tchouaméni Camavinga, which he should be all over that deal then.
Yeah, maybe. I've not, from what I got told, I'm not sure Camavinga's still there. I don't think Camavinga will happen. It will be simply down to Florian Berts. I know he also wants to go to Bayern Munich because he wants to. I think Bayern Munich want to play him alongside Musiala, like the German national team do. I know City wants him, and City would love to have him. It's just whether or not he wants to come to City.
Yeah, there's been rumors about him more open to joining City. Like,
Yeah.
obviously prefers Bayern, but like still open to the move. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I definitely think he's open to the move.
So,
Definitely.
how much of like a say do you think like has a percentage do Leverkusen have over Wirtz's future?
I'm going to guess because I'm not good at percentages. Because I guessed on Bruno Guimaraes. I'm going to say probably, I think Leverkusen, I think it's 75% he'll leave.
So, I mean, like, how much of a say do the club have over Wirtz's future?
I'd probably say 50-50 right now.
Okay.
I'd probably
So-
say honestly 50-50.
But don't Bayern Munich have like financial problems because of their contracts that they gave out to Musiala, Alfonso Davies, etc., etc.?
I think well, Bayern Munich are selling a lot of players, aren't they? Is it Coleman's going? I think Kingsley
I
Coleman's
think, yeah.
going. I think Sane will leave. I think Florian, I don't know where. If I'm honest with you, Florian Wirtz, I think it's between three clubs. And where he goes to, I'm not sure. I would like him at City. I think he'd be I think he'd be amazing at City. But again, it will depend where Wirtz wants to go as well.
Yeah. Now, I want to like for an alternative to Wirtz.
Okay.
I think Bayern is a great shout for me. I think because he's a passer of the ball from the start. He's like, for me, Musiala is once every 4 times he looks for the pass. Words once every 3 for me. Bayana, like twice every 3 times. I think he would be like, as a creator, the best option. But like, obviously, versus long range shots, goal contributions. However, but Bayana's passing would be key for me.
I think Bayern is a very, very good player, especially at Villarreal. I think he's very, very good. I know there's been some links today with Alex Bayana. He's only young as well. He's 23 years old, I believe.
Yeah.
23. Played 27 appearances this season. He's scored 6 goals. He's got 7 assists, which is very good. Do you think Bayana is a Pep Guardiola player? Do you think he would suit Manchester City, Bayana?
For sure, yes. I'm sure about
what
that.
What do you like about him?
Like, I'm pretty sure last season he had like the most big chances created in La Liga alongside Messi, something like that.
Yeah.
That
Do
for
you
me
think he'd be a
sums it
good?
up.
Would you play him as a number 10 or play him on the wing? Because he plays on the left wing really for Villarreal.
Yeah, that now we want a KDB replacement, so I'd play him at the 10s. However, if we have like a crisis on the wings, then I'd play him on the wings, but predominantly down the middle probably, and then Marmoush on the left, Savinho on the right, and then Haaland up top.
Okay, I like that. I do like that.
However, if you do bring Bayana, he's a passer of the ball. So then try and bring maybe on top of him like a Ryan Cherky, a Breche Aziz, someone in that mode.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. What do you think? Is there anything else, anyone else you want to talk about transfer wise? Any defenders, goalies? Is there anyone you'd like as a new goalie?
Yeah, you remind me. So yesterday I watched some of Albi and Hamza's stream. I'm pretty sure yesterday.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
one with LB, yeah.
yeah. And Hamza on Albi's channel. So Hamza was speaking about that 6 and 8 position. Yeah. So he said he wants someone who's like who wins the ball. And then LB said he's describing Baleba. Now I think honestly one of my priorities in the summer would be a Baleba and Camavinga type player. Because for me, if Rodri gets injured for like let's say 3 months, we have Gonzalez, Kovacic, and O'Reilly next season. I'm not sure that's enough. Then Baleba comes in and he's a destroyer now. Because
Yeah, he is. And he played very well against City, didn't he?
yeah. So for me, how much? What's the like maximum price you'd see us paying for Baleba this summer? For
Yeah.
you, your opinion?
I would like the Labour. I don't think City will pay 120 million.
Then
But I
how
think if
much?
you could, I'd probably pay maybe 60, 70 plus Jack Grealish, something like that.
Yeah, I've heard things about Hakati to Brighton, so can't we do Grealish plus Hakati for plus like 18 million for Baleba?
McAtee, I think McAtee will be involved. If City get theirs, I think McAtee will go to Leverkusen. If he doesn't, Brighton would be a very good club for McAtee, I think. I think
Yeah,
Brighton would be a very good club for James McAtee to
yeah.
actually
And
develop and
the
become his player.
most like stupid decision. Why the hell did we loan him out to Sheffield United? That was pointless in my opinion. Like they have none of the ball. Send him to Brighton, Aston Villa, even the likes of Crystal Palace to play with.
Yeah, it wasn't great, the United game. I totally agree. It was poor. Hopefully Pep learns from that against Crystal Palace and we don't do that again.
Yeah. So I've heard things about us thinking that words is gonna be, too expensive. And an alternative is Ryan Cherky. Now, I do rate Ryan Cherky from what I've seen from him. However, there's gonna be many clubs after him. The same with Hugo Larson. Like, for example, I think we'll probably maybe get Larson. However, there's gonna be Man United, Tottenham, Villa, Liverpool, many clubs after him. So, like, words, people say many clubs will be after him. However, when you break it down, like Chelsea, he ain't going there. I'm sorry, he's not. Arsenal, he's not. PSG don't need him. Real Madrid, they could, but like, I don't think if Alonso goes, Words goes. Bayern Munich, for me, Leverkusen don't want to sell there. You might still go if he forces a move under City, obviously. Like for me, I think City have to go towards and tell him 300 £1,000 a week. You play under Pep, play with Haaland, play with Rodri, play with the best team in the country, like obviously not this season, but most seasons like recently. So I think that we have to go all out for him. However, if we don't get him, we have to go for Bayana plus Baleba. I think City need a statement signing this summer, and
Mhm.
I just feel that it has to be in the midfield, right? The statement signing, because like for me, either you get like Florian Wirtz as the statement signing, and then like let's say a more like an underwhelming like 6 or 8. But if you can't get Wirtz, you get like Baleba, you're having a big signing in that 6-8 role. Then like a more underwhelming one like Bayana, but Bayana isn't an underwhelming one. He's a cheap one.
Yeah, you know what? You know what, Johnny? You've said a lot of really good things there, to a point where I think you should go in the City boardroom. You need to go and tell these City chief execs what to do. Give him
Thanks.
£300 a week. Tell him to play for Pep. I love it, Johnny. Absolutely brilliant, that mate. Absolutely brilliant.
Thanks.
What I'll say, John, I'm going to let you go because we've got some other people to say. You did really well there, so thank you for coming on.
Thanks.
And
Oh,
well done.
can I
Everyone
just
in
say
the comments loves you.
thanks? Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Do you think if we don't make Champions League football for next season, do you think that impacts our summer transfer window?
It may do for one or two players. I don't think for a lot. I think
Okay.
I still think Pep Guardiola is the main reason players will come.
Yeah.
So hopefully not. Fingers crossed anyway, Johnny. But thank you for coming on. You're amazing.
Thanks.
Thank you
You know,
so much.
just shutting getting UCL football just shuts that
Yeah.
that, and then yeah. So thanks for having me on.
No, anytime. Thank you, Johnny. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So there you go, there's Johnny, who was amazing. Better than most of you in the chat. You talk more sense then than anyone in the chat. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from talking sense. Now, who was next, Spartacus or Ed? Because Ed kept dropping off. Then Spartacus kept dropping off. And we've also got Samir who's going to come on. So I don't know whether it's Spartacus or Ed. So they can argue with themselves in the chat. Who's next? Ed. Right, here he comes. Got his camera off. He's not interested in talking to me anymore. So he's gone walking. You see what happens? You see what happens? He's gone walking down in the Florida sunshine. He's even got his bloody microphone on.
Can you hear me?
Oh, can hear you now.
Yeah, I'm outside, walking.
What are you doing?
No, my dog need to go out for a walk, man. So we out in the sunshine.
Listen, if you need to take Calvin out for a walk, that's up to you. How you doing, mate?
I'm doing good. How are you, man?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Are you enjoying the Florida sun there?
Yeah, man. It's been
4:38 in the. Oh no, are you 4:38 or 3:38?
No, we're just 5 hours behind. So 6:38.
Are you still back at 5? Right, there you
Yeah.
go. 4:38 in the afternoon. He's having an early afternoon breeze there.
Nah, yeah, it feels good, man. It's been hot lately. Right now it's like 75 degrees Fahrenheit over here. So
All right, get lost. What are you doing?
Oh.
Stop. Look at him here showing off. At least he's not in Disney World. Or as Soriano calls it, Manchester City. Anyway, go on, mate. What do you want to talk about? Because you've heard all the transfers now, all the updates.
No, it's very interesting, right? Because I know we've been in spaces talking a lot about this, and we've been talking about how ruthless the club will be with outgoings, with people, with the squad, right? And it's very interesting to hear that maybe, Rico Lewis could be looked at, or John Stones can be looked at. So, I think that shows where the board is trying to make big changes, and it's going to be interesting because I know we also talk about keeping experienced players too. So it's going to, but I think if we do make a lot of changes, we have the structure in place um, for a lot of players to come into without, much stress, much worries about a lot of things. They can just focus on the pitch too. So it just depends on how the club wants to operate, right?
Right. Don't go mad. I've done it because everyone's still asking that. If you want a goodbye space tonight, you choose. And then that is it till the summer. No more. The end. You get one goodbye space tonight.
Martin, you dropped too many names, man. You dropped too many names.
This
People
is
want
what
to
I
talk
mean. I've
about it.
got the names and everyone starts going, space, space, space. Do you want one goodbye space tonight? I will let you lot choose. In
Hey,
fact,
I'll be there. I'm always there.
Oh, no, you're always. No, hang on a minute. I've fallen out with you. Do you know why I fell out with you?
What, this morning?
Why are you guest hosting someone else's spaces, cheeky little sod? Why are you picking sides now?
No. Let me tell you, man. That was crazy how that happened. I was just in the space. I was talking, and the stew was just like, "Hey, Ed, we need you to co-host." I was like, "Okay, I'm not really doing much at work right now. It's okay."
It is ending till summer, I promise you. I promise you, Andrew. So I will do one last one.
But no, let me tell you a name I'm very interested in. I know people talking about Theo Hernandez, but Rangers, man.
Oh, we like the Rangers one.
Rangers,
Right,
man,
there you
that's
go.
the guy I want. I feel like he's like a younger Bruno Mode, all arounder midfield that can get stuck in with tackles, can score some goals. He can create. Hey, man, I think that's he. I mean, if you watch the Netherlands, he stands out there too. So I think he's a great player, man.
Right, I'll make you a deal. We are one subscriber short of 5,200. If we can get over 5,200 subs, we'll do it. There you go. There's your challenge, everyone. Bit early for rain days. I agree with that. No, listen, you know what? Reinders really does excite me. So does Belabor.
Yeah.
Wouldn't pay the if we can get a Belabor at 60, 70 mil with a Jack Grealish chucked in, I think it's a great deal.
That means you're putting a 60 million valuation on Jack though. Because I think that they want 115, 120 for him, right? So
You're not thinking swap deals, you can add a bit more. Is
okay.
McAtee worth 45, really?
I mean, but that's euros, right? So you're talking 30 million pounds. I think he's worth that. A U21 standout, a Man City standout.
Euros. I thought Leverkusen, I thought it was 90 plus 40 in pounds. Are they euros?
Yeah, euros. It's euros.
Was it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was 90 million euros, 40 million euros for McAtee.
Right, I didn't know that. But you see, believe it or not, PSG in it. I've got interest in Jack.
Hey, if we can get Dewey or somebody like that, I wouldn't.
You know what I think it is with Jack? I think he's still got that shirt sale market with him. I'm sure he's still with Hugo Boss as well.
Yeah, I mean, he has a tons of sponsorship deals, right? I mean, and
Yeah,
plus, I mean, he's a great guy too. Like, he's very marketable. He doesn't make. I mean, as much as we or the media can put out there about him being, out and about, fans still love him. So he's always going to have that.
Yeah. This is City, by the way. Go and show him a lot of love.
Hey, shout out Foggy, man. That's great news, man. You're a legend of the channel. Great news for that. Johnny, 17 years old. Hey, man, young fans, we welcome young fans on the show.
Yeah. We don't want old farts anymore. By the way, watching the Tone News and the Friday Waffle show's back.
Hey, man, hey, Fridays was a little bit different without the show, man, without the crew. The old school with the new school, the
Coming
banter.
back.
It was funny, man, on Fridays, man. But I'm glad to hear that back. I'm glad to hear Tones, back out because I know he had that situation. So I'm glad to see he's back out, you know, talking on spaces, shows. Hey man. Hey,
I need to speak with Ed because I'm going to get Ed and a couple. I'm going to ask couple. I want to ask DC, Ed. I want to get an American show going in the week during the days as well as an Australian show. I want to call it Blues Down Under, and I want to call the other one Stateside Blues.
hey man, if you might pick the perfect summer for shows and content. You might pick the perfect
See
summer.
what I mean? I'm not just a pretty face. Got all these ideas here that, you know what, between me and you, we might even get Ed to host it because Ed's very good at it. But we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
We're gonna get loads of ideas. But yeah, Ed, anything you want to add? Because I know the Brazilian 1.5 liter of vodka wants to come on.
Hey man, he probably doesn't even rate Bruno, man. He doesn't like his countrymen that much. That much.
Because Brazilians count as Americans.
But no, I'm happy for the news. I know we're going to probably talk about it more in the space. Another name, you know, Morgan Gibbs White, man. I think you have to choose between Morgan Gibbs White and Morgan Rogers for me. I mean, both are good players. It depends on where they want to do the homegrown because they can go fullback too. But I really like Camby also, man. I really like him. I know he could be somewhat. He gets injured, but he plays through a lot of injuries too. He hasn't missed a lot of games. I know a lot of people say that he hasn't missed a lot of games for Juve. But he's still a quality player, and if we're going to be rotating him, he's going to stay fresher as well. Because he's really the only option Juve has.
Yes. Yeah. But what about Theo Hernandez? Because I know City Loop TV, who's not here anymore, I know if he was here, he would love a bit of that. He loves
Hey, you did say 2 fullbacks, Martin.
Well, I'm not sure. Will it be? Or will it not be?
I mean, I was saying in the I know Nick, Nick is from the Australian. He gonna be on the Australian show. He had his space the other night, and I was just saying that, there's gonna be
nicking my ideas now. You just rude a lot, yeah.
Nick,
his stuff.
A lot of decisions are gonna be like a domino effect. Where we're gonna have Vardio, what we're gonna do with O'Reilly. You got Echeverri. Echeverri and Mukasa might be competing for that place. That's a lot of domino effects going on in the squad in the summertime.
It is. It really, really is. I think there's going to be. And the thing is with transfers, I've always said this, one domino can affect another domino.
But let me ask you this. How many transfers do you think could happen in that first week?
Oh. Before the Club World Cup, it's about the Club World Cup bit. I'm going to say, I'm going to say 2 at most.
2? Okay.
Yeah. I think that's going to be a lot harder to do than anybody else.
Well, I think the goalkeeper will probably be, if they know who they want, that would be the easiest one to do.
Yeah.
Right? And then I feel like,
but once to target him.
Oh, you got to have your number. You got to have your number 1. You got to bring your number 1 in for that Club World Cup for me. If you're selling Ederson, because I want him to get with Pep to learn how he wants to play out from the back. I want that experience at the Club World Cup before the season starts. So I think you got to get your number 1 in, because that's an important position too.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely, definitely.
But yeah, man, it's and number 2. I think number 2 is going to be a hard one, but we'll see. We'll see who they choose for that one.
Yeah, definitely. But anyway, Ed, anything you want to add? Obviously, we'll leave you because we'll hear from you shortly in the space.
Yeah. No, just run up the likes. Subscribe if you're new. We're trying to grow the channel. We appreciate Martin for all his time, and we appreciate the crew. So yeah, man, I know you guys like the content. Hit the likes.
See, look at this. You know what I mean? I get more support off Ed than I do on anyone else on the channel. You know what I mean? Just amazing. Anyway, no, Ed, speak to you soon, mate. Appreciate it. There's Ed. You'll see him shortly over on the space. Here he comes, the Latino, whatever, Mr. 1.5 litre vodka bottle or whatever he wants to drink today.
That's only on Carnival Day.
Are you sober today? That's what I need to know.
Yes. Yes,
Right,
very much sober.
Right. Go on, what do you want to talk about, mate?
Can we talk about Rodrigo?
Go ahead. Go on, then. Which one? I would Rodrigo.
Madrid Rodrigo.
Madrid's Rodrigo. Okay, go ahead.
Can we get him?
Can we get him?
Yeah, because let's think about this for a second. Probably Ancelotti is getting sacked, right? Like they're gonna get smashed again in the Bernabeu because they aren't good enough.
Yes.
The guy that they're probably gonna get is Xabi Alonso. That's no surprise to anybody, right? Xabi Alonso is probably going to try to bring Florian Berts to Madrid. One of the three are gonna miss out. Because if he brings Berts starting, right? He's not getting that Berts for about 115 million to sit on the bench. So one of Mbappe, Vini, and Rodrigo are going to miss out. Usually the one that does is Rodrigo. He might want out because it just simply doesn't see a way for him to be a starter.
True.
Then we might just scope in because Salah has got a new deal, so Liverpool are not really getting him. There's nobody else really.
Okay.
You see the logic? See the thinking?
Yeah, I see it. I'm thinking. I like it a little bit. Still a bit not sure because how much Rodrigo be?
I don't think it would be that much because they bought him for pennies pretty much.
I don't think you do what?
I don't think it would be that much. About what, 90 million?
All right, then. Would you prefer Rodrigo or would you prefer Valverde?
Rodrigo. I think Rodrigo is just
God,
ridiculously
you can't ask
talented.
where someone lives. It's what his postal code as well. You can't dox him live on the air, here, Sean. You can't dox him live on the air.
Well,
Sean,
I might say it on
pass the
space
details
later.
here. I can pass on the details for you to answer, but
You want my phone number as well?
I don't think he's asking for that. Calm down.
Well, I have long hair. He might be confusing with something else.
But no, see, I would love Valverde. I'm not gonna lie. Valverde does tickle me fancy.
I just think Rodrigo is the most talented Brazilian out there right now, and it isn't even close.
Would you not prefer Valverde though? I know one's Uruguay and one's kind of still South American. Sorry, I don't mean that in any offensive way.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Millions.
But
he's Uruguayan, isn't he, Valverde?
He's Uruguayan, yes.
Yeah, I thought it was. Make sure he had the right side there.
But I would have Valverde, but I don't think we really need him that much. I think we need a player like Rodrigo more than Valverde. Because I think the midfield left wing.
Oh,
I don't think Doku is going to be here next season.
Whoa, you're getting Elliot excited now.
I love Doku. You know that. I've defended Doku for most of his cases. But
do you love Doku?
I do. I think he has potential to be very, very good as long as he changes a couple of things in his games. But he has the potential to be ridiculously good. But I think I said this to Darsh a couple of times in privately on Twitter. I just don't see Doku smiling much anymore. I don't see him happy. I think he might want to force a move in the summer.
Okay.
Obviously, this is just my impression, right? I'm on TV.
Doku could end up like Palmer, where he's upset about not getting the opportunity to play. So, say you bring in a winger to compete with him, but as people have mentioned before, you're not going to do that if you bring in a Bayana, though.
I'm gonna be fully honest. I think we first things first. We need to get a goalie, right? That's the first
Yeah.
priority. Then at least one fullback, maybe one right back and one left back.
Yeah.
Those two are the first priority. Then the second one would be a midfielder or a winger. It depends which one. If we lose a winger, then we have to get another winger before getting a midfielder. Because I think we
Yeah.
can do a job with Marmoush, Rodri, Nico, and one of Bernardo Kovacic or Gundogan. They can do a job.
Yeah. Agree with that.
If we lose one winger, we're literally just gonna have Bob and Savio on the wings. We
Okay.
will have to get another one. So I think if we lose out on if we end up selling a winger, I'm already counting that Jack is going, right? Like I don't think he's staying next season. So if we lose another winger, oh, that could be either Bob, Doc, or Savio, one of them. We're probably going to have to get another one. And that's the only reason why I would say we could try to get Rodrigo, because I really think that Doco might force away, might force a move. And I think Barcelona might be calling, because even now that Rafinha is balling out of his mind, they don't really like him that much. So they still want a Nico Williams or a player like Doku or Nico Williams. So I could see Barca moving for him. Yeah, I could.
Mm. No, I get it. I get what you're saying. And out of the list I've given you tonight, and obviously I know you'll be on the space in a bit, so we'll go into more detail on this. Is there anything that really gets you? Yeah, I'm up for that. Any names you're glad to hear about on that list so far? And by the way, this list, as you know, you've been enough for the spaces that can change.
Yeah. You can change at a heartbeat. Morgan Rogers. I love him. I think he's such
That
a
one
good
excites you,
footballer.
doesn't it?
I think he's such a good footballer. Such a good footballer.
Yeah, you won't hear a complaint from me.
And the thing is, I see Morgan Rogers as a Bernardo replacement. The guy that can play on the left wing, that can play in midfield, that runs around, puts in tackles, puts in the shift, is very good on the ball, is able to dribble out of a press, has an eye for a pass, like old Bernardo used to, not current day Bernardo. I just think he's such a good footballer.
Okay. Anything else? Any of the goalies?
Uh,
Fullback? Do you like Theo
um,
Hernandez?
oh, I love Theo. I'm just as big on Theo as Luke. He's just such a good fullback, and he's perfect for us because he can play wing back, center back, left back, and as a left mid / almost left winger. He's very good on the ball, strong, fast, can pass the ball pretty well, has a very good cross, can take a shot from inside and outside the box, is very good defensively as well.
Yeah.
He's just such a good player. I just love Theo. Theo is amazing.
I have got to ask you this. By the way, I am going to close off the line now. Because obviously, let me just get back to the top because we are going to, Samir will be our last person who will come in. I'm just trying to look where it is. There it is. I just need to remove that. Thank you. So thank you. Big up to everyone who's joined us tonight. Samir will be our last one. Goalies. Sorry, I was mentioning goalies. Where you at with Morgan Gibbs White? Because this has caused the biggest meltdown. Well,
I think he's a very good player. Is he as good as Florian Wirtz? Maybe not. Maybe yes. But
maybe yeah.
I don't understand.
Well, you actually think he is a whoa. I need to know. We need to come back to that.
I think like when people get the goals comparisons with Morgan Gibbs White and Florian Wirtz, I don't think it's very fair. Because first things first,
no, it's not.
Bundesliga is just much more of a goal scoring league than the Premier League, right? And the teams have much more space to attack. So that's going to allow Florian Wirtz to get more involved in goals and assists. Secondly, Forest is a much more defensive side. They score less goals than Leverkusen. So he has less opportunity to get involved with goals as well. And I see Morgan Gibbs White as an 8 more than a 10. as well, because he's a very strong, feisty attacker, but he also tracks back very well. He puts in a challenge. He's not afraid of getting stuck in as well. So I think he could complement Foden a little bit better than Florian Wirtz.
Okay, though. Anything else you want to add, mate?
Yeah. About Florian Wirtz, is he, you're saying that he was about 98.5%, isn't it?
No. Don't try and get me on the bloody percentages. I can't do
Nah,
that. You can't be doing me on percentages.
nah, that's it. That's it.
I did get, by the way, I did get my Crystal Palace, my Nottingham Forest ticket is got. Thank you to the people who helped me do that and the people who've done it. Got me the tickets. Big up to yourselves. So big up for that. Can't wait for that one.
Then watch Chris Wood live.
I've watched Chris Wood live. Behave. What we doing here? What we doing here? What we doing here? You know, it's being rude now. But yeah, no, big up to Spartacus. You'll speak to him shortly. He's going to come and join us.
Yep.
So big up to Spartacus in the chat, everyone. Speak to you soon, mate.
Speak to you soon.
Totally spot on, you know. Roulette Morgan's might be the home player we'll get. Yeah. W Spartacus in the chat. Thank you. We've got one. Take care, Linny, by the way. Appreciate that. I know you got to be up early. Going to bring Samir in, who has been so patient. I cannot thank him enough for that. Thank you, Samir.
Thank you for bringing me on, Martin.
So patient. I do appreciate it. We tried to be as quick as we can.
Oh, no. I came like an hour late, so I wasn't waiting a lot.
No, don't worry about it, man. We appreciate your patience and your thing. Well, what would you like to say about? You are closing the show tonight, mate. So the honor is yours.
Okay. Something I don't think we touched on today. What do you think about the KDB announcement? KDB leaving.
Oh, good shout. What do I think about it? I think it's sad news. I think it really is sad news. I think it's the right news though. For me.
Yeah, I saw him at the derby match and I think it's probably the right decision, but it's just very saddening that we have watched him take us from a club that was like from a mid-table or a low-table club to literally the best team in the world, and I think he was like the main player to get us there.
First, we were winning titles before him.
Yeah, but that was like 1950s or something. I am not sure.
No, we won the title under Mancunian. When we
right. But yeah, but that was true. But we did win 1 or 2 titles before him. But after he came, and obviously the other players they came, we became this unstoppable juggernaut. That's Man City. And well, about KDB, I think he's so very disrespected by, I think, the rivals. They just see him and they think, oh, a midfielder that is not like that technically brilliant like the Xavis and Iniestas. How can he be like a GOAT tier? And they just completely ignore what he brings to the table that they cannot bring. Like, he's such a devastating force in the attack. His playmaking, his passing, his shooting. Like the other midfielders they talk about, they don't bring what he brings, like anywhere near of that.
No, yeah, I absolutely have got to agree with that. I do think. I think. Listen, for me, this is why the other day, and listen, some people agree with this and they don't. I can't split KDB and David Silva because I've watched them both live, and I'm sat there like, they're both also very different tens. They're not even the same type of tens. Kevin De Bruyne wasn't a beat 5 men in the tight spots. And that was a David Silva. David Silva he could be surrounded by 5 men, have no room, and somehow get the ball out. Kevin De Bruyne would run around and spray balls 50 yards, 60, 70 yards around. They were both very different tens, but they were the best footballers I've ever seen live. And
Them in the same midfield, bro.
yeah, and you know, and that was the even better. We had them, like you just said it. We had them both together playing, which is wild. And we got 100 points doing that, by the way.
Yeah, like nobody even brings that up. We literally did 100 points in the Prem. This is supposed to be the hardest league in the world.
Yeah, because you're
And
not
they
allowed to
think
talk
like
about it.
some
That's why.
invincibles with 90 points is better.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy what we've done over the. And this is why I have given Pep more. Not because I was saying Pep. I'm not saying Pep's bigger than the football club, but
Yeah.
I don't think people will realise what Pep's done until Pep's gone. I think Pep Guardiola, one day we'll sit back and we'll look at it all and we'll talk about 100 points and a treble and a 4P and doubles and quads and everything. And we'll go, that's crazy what he's done.
Yeah, like the quality of football that we have seen with our eyes, our own team playing.
Yeah,
like,
I'll email you,
it's
Foggy, by the
so
way.
unbelievable.
Big up to Foggy. Honestly,
what a
your
legend.
news tonight has buzzed everyone. By the way, we've lost 2 subscribers. I don't know why. At the moment, the space is not happening. You're too short for the space. So you'll have to get your second emails going. But no, in all seriousness, yeah, it's crazy. But I can't separate them. And if I'm going to be honest with you, I don't want to separate them.
Of course, like they're
crazy.
our legends. What is the need to compare them?
And do you know what's even scarier? In about 5 years, we'll be talking about. Do you know there's legends? We don't even talk about Aguero like this. Aguero,
Yeah,
he's
also so this.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
We never talk about Aguero.
Like,
we never talk
they
about.
say.
Go on, mate.
Yeah, but they're just so recent that they are like rivals. They just, out of nostalgia, think that their legends are like somehow so much better than ours.
Yeah. Do you know what's amazing though? Aguero scored more goals than Thierry Henry. And Thierry Henry's talked about so much more than Aguero. How mad's that? He scored more goals than Henry. Make it make sense.
Yeah, before Haaland came in, he was like the highest goal scorer per match in the Prem.
Yeah.
Like, that's an insane record to have with the amount of games he's played.
Yeah, it's crazy. It really is crazy. And I don't think
people are talking like Kane is better than him somehow just because he's English.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, no, but Steven, I know you're saying that, but it's true. He scored more goals. No, but the point I'm making is no one talks about Aguero like a great. People talk about Aguero like he's nah. They talk about Aguero like he's Chris Wood. I don't
like
get
if
it.
he played today, they'd be talking like Aguero and Mbappe. That's how good he was.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Thierry Henry was an absolute world-class footballer. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying that the disrespect Sergio Aguero gets is seriously crazy for me. It really is. But yeah, is there anything else you want to talk about? What are your hopes for the rest of the season? Do you think we'll make top 5?
I think we do, because I think Chelsea drop out and Villa, I think they will fizzle out. We have some good squad depth. I think we will make it.
Yeah, I'm
on that, I wanted to ask,
Yeah, go on, mate.
You said you think that we will win the Prem again next season. Why?
I think we'll challenge for it, yeah.
Challenge,
I think we'll 100% be challenging for it.
Because I don't think we're quite ready. Because the way the teams that won the league, we had such brilliant, experienced midfielders, and the links we have been getting. I think the squad we will have, like the Dokus and Savios, like maybe a new young midfielder, let's say a Larson, a Nikos. They will take time, and like the cushion of Jesus. I don't think that they're like quite ready to challenge yet. It might take a while, don't you think?
Yeah, no, I'm totally with you. But I think it depends what everyone does in the summer and how. And maybe I'm looking a bit because the last time Pep did a rebuild, I know people don't think Pep did a rebuild. We got Centurions.
Yeah,
And he
and we
also
brought a lot of quality players too.
Yeah, I think we've been clever in bringing some players 6 months earlier. So they brought them in 6 months earlier and they've been able to acclimatise to England. They've been able to settle in, get used to the Premier League. And so there won't be that settling in period come the new season.
Right.
We've already done it. So you can hit the ground running straight away. And so
Yeah, we're all looking at Mermouche to like hit the ground running next season.
Instead of betting in 10 players, you're only betting in 5 or 6 players.
Yeah.
And that's a lot
I think
better.
if we just brought like 4 very good starting players, like a goalkeeper, a right back, central midfielder, and an attacking midfielder that are very good, I think we can already be up there with the top teams.
Yeah, because I think Pep will stay longer, mate. That's my guess. I think Pep stays longer. Like,
Yeah,
I have had a message while I have been
things.
live. Yeah, of course you're going to say that, Stephen. I get that, mate. I get that. I do understand what you're saying. But I have had a message. The board do like Hugo and Cheeky are both fans of Adam Wharton.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go. So
I've always liked that guy, Adam Wharton. But he just seems like the Nico G. Like this seemed like a very similar player.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. But Samir, we're going to close off in a minute. Is there anything you want to add before we jump, mate? Because by the way, you've been great tonight, and again, I cannot thank you enough for being so patient and waiting.
No. Okay, what would I like to say last?
Make it pleasant, nothing rude.
Okay. Okay, Florian Wirtz, here we go. I think he joins us.
Oh, I like it. I want to see that in about a month. If I can hear that in
Bruno
a month,
G, take that to 99% from 98.
Look at that. Everyone's throwing me the 98% in my face now. No, Bruno G is still on the list, believe it or not. So we'll see. There's a lot of things, but I want to say a massive thank you to Samir. Come on next time, mate. And big up and thank you for being a continued member of the family. Thank you, mate. Take care.
Yeah. Take care, Martin.
So there you go. What a really good phone-in show that was tonight. We are going to be back live tomorrow at 9 p.m. Again, Pat doesn't know this, but Tone has now agreed to, the breaking news tonight is Tone has agreed to join the Mancunian Way. It won't be every single show, but he is going to join the Mancunian Way, starting from tomorrow night at 9 p.m. There'll be me, Tone, Pat, maybe Rich. We'll see who else we can get on. The Aussie show is going to be in production. Me and Pat are going to sit down and have a chat about that. We're also going to sort out an American panel. We've got a Premier League review show starting next season, which Aussie will host. And we've also got the big news as well, that starting from the beginning of May, the Friday Waffle Show with me, Alan, and me, Tone, and LB is back, but it's on the Mancunian Way. So every lunchtime, maybe not every Friday, but most Fridays at lunchtime, me, Tone, and LB will be doing the Waffle Show live on the Mancunian Way, which I can't wait for. So it's going to be the Three Stooges, the three of us larking around. You have missed it and missed it and missed it. We are bringing it back live on the Mancunian Way as well. I want to say a massive thank you. But the biggest news tonight we've had was earlier on from our good friend and the legend that is Foggy, Matt Fogg, who announced that he got the all clear earlier from his cancer, which is outstanding news. He has still got some issues with radiotherapy, he said, a few more tests, but he had the all clear. I want to say a massive thank you to Foggy. You have been a massive credit, an honour, and a privilege to have you as part of this community, mate. And we're so happy for you. I want to say a massive thank you to every single person in the last 2 days who's reached out to me personally, to DC. I now hope you have got the email. I did send it you from my private one, but you are silly. You didn't need to do it, but it's from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I don't do this, Pat, Rich, Ozzy. We don't do this for thank yous. We do it because we love you all and we love talking City. And for some reason this year, we've stopped loving each other and we've become all about who's got the biggest opinion and who knows right from wrong. And the thing is, we're fans. We can debate, but that's all we're here for is debate, not to fall out and be dickheads with each other. City till we die and hashtag together needs to come back. It needs to come back. And it should come back. We help each other in a dark time and we celebrate with each other in a good time. This channel was not set up for clicks and likes and to become megastars. We were here. We set this channel up for all Manchester City fans, young, old, local, and abroad. So when people call me a racist, look at what's happened tonight. Look what has happened on this show for 3 years. If people want to call us racist, then they don't understand it. And they're not watching with their eyes. If people want to, yes, it'll be about everybody. And we've not had enough of that this year. Yes, we've had a typical time, but fifth doesn't make mediocrity. Fifth just means we've had to take a step back to take 2 steps forwards. That's all it is. Doesn't make you any less of a fan because you're accepting fifth. No one's accepting fifth or sixth. We can do jack shit about it. So let's just relax. Big up on the club, by the way, who've made a small step, a good step, I must say, on freezing season ticket prices today. Well done. And match day ticket prices, great on that. Which now there's a meeting planned in May as well, at the beginning of May, where they'll be looking at the season tickets and everything else. But I want to say a massive thank you to them. We'll talk about that more tomorrow on the channel. But big up to the club for doing that. From Soriano, yes, I am doing the semi as well, Andrew. I will be there. We will be at Wembley. Mancunian Way will be at Wembley. So if you're going to Wembley, come and have a drink. I'll be there nice and early. Can't wait for that one on a Sunday at 4:30. That'll be fun. Me and my son going down. Come and join us. Come and say hello. It'll be lovely to meet you all. We're going to go into the fan park. So if you are going to Wembley, please get in contact and let's meet up. Let's try and get a Mancunian Way get-together down at Wembley if we can, if you're going. That'd be amazing. But always remember, we love each other. Look out for one. I'm going to start the space in about, I know it's late, give me 15, 20 minutes. Give me about 20 minutes, I'll set the space up. But I love you all. This will be the last one, last space. I promise you. That is it from then till the end of the season, till the summertime. That's when we bring spaces back when things calm down. So come and join us for the next one. Thank you all. And as always, and no, this is not Man City Man TV. This is me being me. And as always, up the Blues. See you all tomorrow for TNC. Take care, Blues.